Hello, Divine Feminine, and welcome to your power message for Friday, Fabulous Friday. And I love this message. It says, today I look for the good. I look for the good in my life, and that is what I will find. And it's so true. You know, when we look for joy and blessings and love, that's what we find. Sometimes it may take us a bit longer to find it, especially if we're going through something that's causing us pain or struggle. But the good things are always there. Abraham Hicks calls them a rampage of appreciation, looking for things in our lives to be grateful for. Where, especially when you do mundane tasks like you're in a supermarket queue or you're in a traffic jam or something doesn't seem to be going right, look for the good in the situation. Look for all the blessings around you to attract in more. But it's not just to increase your blessings, it's to raise your vibration. Because when we are feeling grateful, we're feeling good. There's no divide. You realise that you are one with all things, including your twin. You know, the problems arise when we think that we are separate from our twin. We think we're on separate journeys. We think that we're learning separate lessons and separate pain. And in spiritual truth, we are one with our twin. So when we realise that what we feel about them is really what we are feeling and inflicting towards ourselves, we can change what's happening. Which means if you're thinking bad things towards your twin, resentment, pain, blame, envy, jealousy, struggle, think about what that means for your journey. It means that's what you're attracting into your own life. But if you start having compassion and realising that all paths lead home, and there is value in all things. There's value in the karmic situation. There's value in the separation. There's even value when they seem to be ghosting you or ignoring you, because you're learning to give back to you. We learn on this journey that we don't need our twin to complete us, because we're already complete. Why? Because we're already one with all. We're already at peace with that journey. And this journey we are on, when we let it be. And we realise that in spiritual truth, they never left our side. They live in us. That's why when people pass over, people struggle with grief because they think something's wrong or missing. When in spiritual truth, we take that person inside ourselves and we carry them around everywhere we go. So it's about really starting to see it from a much higher point of view, to see it through the eyes of the Creator, to realise that everything is happening for your journey to grow your soul. So everything has value. And when we realise that, we can just become the observer then and just allow things to be. And our journey is easier. And then we focus on the good. So the angels are saying to you today, look for the good in your life, and that's what you're going to find. If you look for the bad things or you look for the painful things, that's what you're going to find. And what you focus on grows. So if you're focusing on joy and love, that's what you're going to find. And right now, the masculines, they're not really in a good place. You know, they're in a better place than they were. They are doing the work, but in their physical world, it feels miserable to them. And I'm going to be talking about that in the masculine reading today. So make sure you're focusing on love and joy enough for the both of you, so that they can feel strong and powerful to make the changes they know they need to make, instead of feeling pained and weak. You know, when we're sending pain energy to our masculine, blaming them, feeling like they'll never wake up, they're not good enough, you know, they're not doing the work, that's the energy they are in because they're feeling that. Whereas if you're feeling empowered on this journey and you're sending that to them, they feel empowered too, because you are mirrors. So remember, what you give out, you get back. So if there's something going on within you, address that. What triggers us is healing us. So if you're feeling pain and blame, then think about why you feel that way. Usually it's because of the ego. The ego wants it now. The ego wants it your way. The ego thinks it should be happening in a certain way. And when we have expectations like that, we get disappointed. When we allow the universe to create the way is always made. And it's realising that the masculine and the feminine learn in different ways. The feminine learns through the spiritual world and everything we go through. The masculines learn through their 3D physical life and the experience they are having, and they will find their way. There's only so long they'll be unawakened or in pain or, in misery, because they've come here for so much more. And you've woke them up to that divine feminine. There is no going back. Doesn't matter how many times they've hid their head in the sand or pretended they don't care. They know in their heart what their truth is. And that's what they're facing. So trust in the love. So today, whatever's happening on this fabulous Friday, when things do come in to trigger us, look at the cards we've been receiving in the tarot of the day. Delays, triggers, but also power. Power to get through what's happening. Because this too shall pass. We have to go through the lows of our life to appreciate the highs. It really is that roller coaster ride, and that's why you've come. If everything was on the same, level, if everything was going in one way, it just wouldn't be worth coming into the earth, because what would we learn? We come here to go through struggles and challenges and triggers so we overcome them and feel strong. And that's what builds your warrior spirit as a divine feminine. So remember who you are. So I'm going to bring in the Spirit Messages deck today. This is really powerful. So thank you, angels. How can we look for good today and focus on joy? What do we need to know? So the message is a father's love. Wow, this is beautiful, because this is about the love of God, the love of the Creator, the love that surrounds you, whether you believe in God, the higher power, the universe, Father Sky, whomever you're connecting with, today you're receiving that fatherly love. And this is also about a father's love, as in your father. Maybe you've lost your dad. I lost mine in 2000. If you've lost your dad, he's around you today, giving you fatherly love. Maybe if he's still here, you're receiving some form of fatherly love, or you're feeling his energy. I feel somebody is preparing for your dad to transition, and that's also painful, but you're giving him that fatherly love. So there's love here for you. It says a father's love for his son or daughter never dies. And remember that, we're all a son or daughter, no matter what the situation, no matter how old or young we are still a child within. And that child needs nourishing. That child needs nurturing. And sometimes we have to reparent ourselves. And you may be a mum yourself or a dad yourself. And your children looking to you for that fatherly or that motherly love. And it's really powerful, that we're doing the Mother Healing series right now too, because that's bringing in a mother healing, which ultimately connects you with the Creator, which is your father healing. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, in that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason. So this is saying to you have the power to tap in with God's love anytime, through the good and the bad. It's so important that we call on the angels in heaven when we're struggling, but also when we're feeling good, because that's gratitude, being grateful for all things, saying thank you to the Creator for this life you are living and everything that comes with that. Being grateful that you are a twin flame and that you can experience this kind of intense, powerful love. It says whether your father is still here or has passed, you can always connect with this energy. A father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience, just like the mother bond that you share. But this is more than that. This is more than the biological father. This is anyone who's been a father to you, anyone who's helped you in a very loving, fatherly way. And especially your connection with the Creator, because you are love and you are liquid love and source. And that creation energy that's been given to you by God is within you. God made you in his image as a creator. That's why we use affirmations like I am valuable. I am strong enough. I am worthy. I am ready. I am surrounded by love. And you are today. And I feel you're going to receive signs, not just today, but over the weekend, of how powerful this fatherly love is. So if your dad is still here in the earth plane, I feel you're going to receive a beautiful, heartfelt message. or something magical, unique for you. If your father's passed over like mine has, you're going to receive some symbol or sign. Whenever I see magpies, I know that's my dad. And they swoop in at the most amazing times. I know when I see robins, that's my mum. So you get used to the signs the angels and your loved ones send to you, because it becomes a unique signature for them to you. And when we feel God's love, we know we're protected. We may see signs in clouds. In signs we may see a billboard with "you are loved" on, or something magical, because you are loved. You are a son or daughter of God, and you are protected. So the message today is, whatever's going on in your life, how bad you think it is or how good you think it is, it's all about perception. So when you look for the good going on in your life, and there's always blessings there, sometimes we find them easy, sometimes we have to look a bit harder, but they're always there. And when you look for those, that's what you'll find. And it's the same with your twin. When you look for the positive aspects in them, the good things in them, that's what you'll find. And then you'll find you see more of those things in your life. They are starting to come forward in a different way. They're operating more in the good things you've seen than the bad things you've seen. So remember, you are what you are. So think about what you think about, which means think about what you are focusing on, because thoughts become things. So focus on the good aspects and traits of your twin, and that's what they're going to give back to you, because what you focus on grows. And remember, operate in love. See with the eyes of love, kindness, compassion, empathy. And remember, if you go into trigger energy or pain or fear, or you're struggling with something, it's only coming from the ego. And you can rise above the ego at any time by saying to it, so what? What's the worst that can happen? I am loved by heaven. God is my Father, and I am safe. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.